사람들은 누구나 오늘보다 더 나은 미래를 원합니다.
Whoever they are, people want a better future than what they have now.
오늘 지금보다 더 나은 미래를 만들려면
But in order to make a future that is better than right now,
설계도를 바꿔야 됩니다.
then you have to change the blueprint.
마음의 마인드를 바꿔야 된다.
It means that you have to change the mind that is of the heart.
Hello everyone, good to see you, people from India. The land full of blessings and lots of mystery, and I believe plenty of opportunities, right? And more than that, you have got 1.4 billion good and talented people. I cannot but respecting and love. I also believe we have already many industrial cooperation between the two countries, Korea and India. You know the projects going on with the company like Hyundai Motors. I once worked together with some people of India in the Middle East in my younger days of 1980s. Back then, I was marveled to see how fast my Indian colleagues can talk. So fast, you know. I could not even follow to grasp some meaning of that speech right away. But still, with full of wits in it, and ideas in it, and even serious philosophy in it, you are marvelous. And I myself had visited some cities of India several times. I think it was something like 1998 and 9 something. I remember a stream of crowded people in Bombay, now Mumbai, of course, and Pune with lots of factories, and Kolkata as well. I would never forget taste of all different dishes of curries in one of the steel wheel factory in Pune. I enjoyed it. You know what? Today, I have a dream. I made the subject of this lecture as I am my Connectome. I truly would like to take advantage of this mind lecture for the meaningful restart of good conversation or connection with all nice people like you in India. You will help me, of course. I hope all of you guys do the same journey of heart like me today, starting from this lecture, I hope. Through connecting to me Korea, you can broaden your world of heart, understanding what Korean people like me is thinking and make living and enjoying cultures and lectures from all over the world. My name is David Kim. I am operating some small business under the name of Tomorrow International, and also working as Honorary Consul of Republic of Burundi at the Embassy of Burundi in Seoul, Korea since 2014 till today. And most of all, final and the happiest of all, I am doing mind lectures to the people in and out of Korea from time to time. Here, I open myself a bit more with 1-minute introduction video clip. Some of the photos showing my career. Would you mind? Of course not. Here we go. Okay, my friends, you have come to know a little more about me. During last 30 years, I visited almost 50 different countries, sometimes for business and sometimes for traveling and sometimes for lecturing. In the course of activities of international NGO, 30 years in a little bit over than 45 seconds is a short introduction. But I hope you enjoyed. By the way, now we see here the beautiful night sky with full of stars in it. Do you happen to know how many stars in the sky? Some scientists say iota. Do you know what is iota? 10 by 10, 24 times. A big number. Can you imagine? Moon and stars shines brightly in the dark night because they receive the lights from the sun in the day and reflecting in the night. They give and take each other, exchanging power and lights against the darkness of night sky. All the things on the sky seem to be well connected to each other, right? I believe you also have wonderful memories of stars in young days. I believe so. Just like the darkness of the night sky, we have got many problems and difficulties in our life and in this world. We can say in our heart there are much of darkness. 70,000 thoughts arising from our mind every day. And 85% of them are in dark side and very negative. Maybe I can name some words describing those situations. Abandoned, crippled, disabled, prison, depressed, disqualified, wrecked, vulnerable, helpless, hopeless, embarrassed, shocked, tired, betrayed, almost dead, nowhere to go, nobody to ask, you name it. We are truly and badly in need of light to drive out all these dark and negative thoughts. All of our thoughts are producing all problems in our life, actually, and in this world as well. I hope this point can be our issue to address one of the small solutions through this mind lecture. I sincerely hope so. I believe and wish you will be able to pick up a piece of answer to your problem today. Especially in this time of COVID-19, I think this can be a clue to our circumstances, the problems and difficulties we are now passing through. All of these difficulties actually it's not the difficulty. It's a new tool for us to move to the bigger and different form of Connectome. I think so. Okay, let us focus a little more onto this issue. I suppose you see these two photos. Can you imagine? Can you guess what this photo mean? A tree and a work of painting? No. They are a neuron and connectome of neurons and synapses in our brain. Here again, a question for you. How many neurons and synapses in our body, in our brain? Do you know? 100 billion neurons. And one neuron has got roughly about 1,000 synapses, which is 100 billion neurons multiplied by 1,000. That's exa. It's a big number. Possibly 100 trillion or something. One neuron is nothing but a tree-like nerve cell which cannot do anything alone independently if without synapses connecting to the other neuron. You normally think that eyes see, ears hear, no smell. But actually, all these things become real images and information in your brain through the connectome of neuron and synapses. Memory, information, philosophy, personality, characters, all become possible reality when they are existing as a whole connectome of neuron and synapses. And they are communicating between the neurons through synapses, exchanging information through chemical and electrical signals without cease. There is the serious meaning and purpose and complicated system only when they are connected to each other. Understanding up to this much function and order of connectome in our universe and body, now we can go further into the secret of connectome of our heart among the people we live together in this world. Let's take up one example of these girl twins. Yeah. Name is well known. The girl name is Brielle and Kyrie. They were born on one day, but they were different body condition. Brielle was very weak, and Kyrie is very healthy boy. And they got a problem. This Brielle was really bad condition, and doctors gathered together and discussed all the possible way to treat her. Then one of the nurses suggests, why don't we put them in the same incubator? Many doctors were opposed to her because there was risk of infection to the healthier baby, Kyrie. However, with the approval from parents, they finally decided to put them in the same incubator. You know what happened? What happened? It was really surprising. The Brielle come to healthy, you know. We don't know the system very well, you know, but when the hands of Kyrie, the healthy girl, put on the back of the Brielle, she starts to recover. She starts to become alive. You know, the energy which is already equipped in all of us is the heart. The heart can overrule all the brain and body and technology and treatments. Heart is most important. Only when they exchange some hearts, you are my sister maybe, they said each other, only become together, only become connected, some kind of miracle happen. You know, these days they are living a wonderful life, very happy. Two twins. They are traveling all over the world and evidencing and giving testimony about this happening in their young, the baby girls in the hospital. Okay, I give you another story. Just after the Second World War in Sicily, Italy, you know, there are two orphanage houses, one by government, one by private operation. You know, this government orphanage had a very good condition, as you imagine. Good financing by allied forces, good building and facilities, and of course they provide good food with nutrition, and very beautiful clothes. It's good quality. And I believe that there is lots of nannies who is taking care of them. And what about this orphanage? It's a private operated. They have very poor financing. Nobody tries to help in the time of the war. Poor building, they cannot protect them from rain and wind. Poor environment that can't even feed powdered milk either. Shortage of clothes as well. And also, I think, a shortage of nannies. But what happened, one of the people who is a small officer gave the report about the comparison table before these two orphanages. You know what happened? The death rate of the child higher in the government orphanage. In usage of medicine, much higher in the government orphanage than private orphanage. A lot of children went to the hospital. Higher number in the orphanage of government operated. And also, after they got out of the orphanage, when they lead a life, many depressive personalities we can grasp from the orphanage of government operation. Do this comparison clearly telling us the connectome made between the mother and children, how it works. Scholars research this report with high interest. And they finally found a mother in her 40s who lost 3 children during the war. How sad. She became almost insane and crazy, actually crazy, to the rebel that she deluded all the orphans to her children. And what happened? The first mother, deluding all the orphans as her own children, took good care of them one by one with love and all her efforts poured in those boys and daughters. We can conclude the theory, the connectome between twins and between mother and the boys, the orphans. The real thing is the heart, the connectome of heart. They can beautifully work and make all the things better. Maybe now is the time that I can go into my own story. I will show you another photo. Maybe this is the story from Korea. There was a crippled baby boy abandoned by your mom. His own mother abandoned him because you see the photo. The leg is not in good condition. The arm doesn't have any good condition. And that's why, possibly, bio mom abandoned him. And he got connection to his new mother who adopted him. You know what happened thereafter? This new mom poured all her energy to this boy. I don't know the details of the adopted mom, but she possibly didn't have other children, I don't know. But from this scratch, she really made a wonderful accomplishment. You know what happened? Doctor said to that boy, don't even think of walking. It is impossible. But what mother did? The mother did make steel legs to him and start to train the boy. As a new mother adopted this boy, she did all the things possible within her wisdom. The first thing she did was to connect by heart herself and the baby boy. You know what happened? At the age of 8, he could finish the marathon, 10 kilometers in the short form. It's really wonderful. Huh? At the age of 9, he could climb the mountain of Loki, 3,470 meters, all by alone. This thing was possible by the full heart of the new mother. She put her her all energy into that boy from her heart. Okay? At the age of 11, there was a Paralympic in London, 2009. It's a swimming competition. He won the golden medal at the age of 11. You see the condition of this boy. And thereafter, he also could enter the university at the age of 15. You know what he majored? Sports science department. It's wonderful. You know, he had a really bad condition. Maybe he wanted to make suicide. Maybe during all the training and the exercise and practicing everything. Maybe really, really difficult times. But the heart was connected between the boy and the mother. It's wonderful. The Connectome is doing some works. This is the photo taken by Nick Vujicic and the boy I introduced to you. They got together in Korea someday, and they show this photo to some of the people. It's wonderful. They are making big smile. I know Nick Vujicic. This guy doesn't have arms and doesn't have legs actually, but he could do everything. You know what he has? His father told him about that. You can be happy if you try. You don't give up. You have many chances to be happy through all your life. And he believed, he connected with the father's heart, and he tried all the best. You know, then we see that we will agree. Maybe every one of you will agree that the very famous, world famous Nick Vujicic is the one of the happiest men of the world. Do you agree? Okay. Now we come to my own story. I give you this photo. There's two gentlemen, me and his name is Kim Gi-sung. We have one common things. We got together in the airplane. You can see the detail. In the airplane just last year, July, we are going to Kenya. And through Kenya, I was going to Burundi, and his destination was Kenya. He was opening one school in the prison. You know what was his past? Do you know? You know, he was murderer. Back then, at the age of 17 something, back then, he killed some people while he trying to catch some cashes from the cash transportation vehicle. He killed one man and sentenced to death, actually. You know what the calamities is that he kind of repent during this 17 years imprisonment. Almost at the last moment, he kind of repent and tried to see his mother and want to have one lunch in the ground of the prison. But on the way to see him, his mother died in the train by heart attack. Then during these difficulties, he come to meet one book, read one book, and connected to a mentor. His life changed. And my case is the same. My case. I tell you story of this sleeper. Do you see this photo? Yeah. You know, my father passed away at the age of, I think it's something like 15. I was back then at the middle school, 3rd grade. My father passed away. I don't have no hope at all. Maybe I tried to overcome this myself, but it was impossible. I don't have the money, power, nothing. And I mingle with some bad the friends, and I almost come to a prodigal some way or other. And then my big brother is 10 years above me, came down to my city and started telling, you have a chance. You don't have any other chance but to study. Study is the best way. You must keep on studying. Brother, I don't have the money. You go to the high school and look for the dean of the high school and ask for some help. He advised me that way because he loved me. He took care of me. I got connected with my brother in the heart. I accept his heart. And I visited dean of the high school, and the high school dean, president, accepted me. No entrance fee at all. And after that, I entered the university. I could enter the university. And I look for the image of my father again. And I found one professor. He's really looking like my father. You know what I did? I bought one winter sleeper like this, and I knocked on the door of this professor. And I told him my story. My father passed away when I was in the middle school. And you are really look like my father. I was surprised. You just like my father. I decided in my heart to treat you, to have you as my father. This is my small present. I don't have a big money. This is my small present. Please open my ways during my university days. That university was a private university. It's with high the entrance fee and everything. You know what happened? From that moment until the graduation, this professor gave me all the supports and help available to me. And I enjoyed very much my days in the university. You know, I told you I have the death sentence at the age of 37. Just like the death sentence to the lecturer Kim Gi-sung, I have my death sentence at the age of 37 because I have some disease. And I started to ask questions. What is life? What is the true meaning of life? I need some answer because I accept my death. I don't have the way to live again. So I accepted my death and tried to look for the question of life. Why should I die at this moment? You know, I remember I tried to meet some 25 people to make discussions, and 25 people I selected. To my eyes, they seem to have some answers. And finally, one of them gave me this book, the same book the lecturer Kim Gi-sung met in his prison. You know what happened? After that, I become changed. I became alive. I recovered from the disease. All of my life changed. You know, when I have this situation, I decided in my heart to spread about this, the Connectome. We cannot live alone. We must have some connection with mother, with friends, and you need real people who knows the way that can you help you. Now, you know, well, after that journey to the Kenya, I went to the Burundi. For the country, I am doing Honorary Consul at the moment, and there I could do some lectures to some of the groups in the country, and also I had a chance to talk to many young people there, try to introduce my connectome. I have this connection with people and with things, with the world. I have this connection. So I start to talk about my story to all the people around me. And during this visit also I had the chance to talk with the president of the country, and we discussed together what is the future of the young boys, young girls here in this country. It was a wonderful time. I enjoyed. And the president really got happy. And we had many promises. But sad thing is that just this year, May, he passed away because COVID-19. This can be the one of the way I try to fight all the difficulties during this time of COVID-19. And I'm happy to do this lecture to you as well. Let's go back to all the story I told you today. I give you some summary. Moon and stars shine only in the darkness of sky with the light received from sun. You can see there is a connection. Numerous neurons and synapses will be working on your life only when they got together as a connectome. The words came from this neuron and synapses, the connectome. So many numbers of the neurons and synapses, they all connected. Then we call it connectome. Then makes ideas and philosophies, your decision, your way of life, character, personality, everything. You remember Sicily orphans in the private orphanage become happy and strong when they got connected to the nanny who became their real mother. What happened? This real mother, of course, is a nanny, yeah? The mother who lost 3 children in the war. When she became insane and crazy and start to kind of misunderstanding all the boys and girls there in the orphanage as her own child. And the big difference thing happened. They are much, much better than well-financed government orphanage, right? Then you also remember Cliff's son, the boy who got abandoned by his own mom, became helpless and hopeless. But he connected to the godmother, maybe stepmother, who adopted him as her son. All change. He become real happy, overcoming all the difficulties. And he is a college student, studying the sports science with those flesh conditions. I give you my own story with the photo of 2 gentlemen. Yeah, it looks like a different background. One in the prison 17 years, one who was in the university in those days and a good company going all around the world. But they have a common thing. They met up with the difficulties. Yeah, helpless and hopeless because of the death sentence. One in the law, one in the flesh. Okay, your vulnerability and weakness will eventually connect to the new world, new people who really cares and loves you. You are the very being as much as your connectome. May your problems, your vulnerability, your weakness. Today we are living in the danger of fear of COVID-19. Very much unknown, isolated and difficult, fearful, never imagined before. We came to clearly understand all people on this earth are influencing each other dramatically. And the ties become together and stronger when we found ourselves helpless and hopeless and small. Thus, I strongly believe this age of COVID-19 and all of our problems and weakness and vulnerability will open the new hope toward a broader range of connection among human society ever than before. Let us all together have a bit of different perspective, interpreting all your problems and difficulties as opportunity or door to make the bigger and stronger connectome of your own by hearts around our people. Like the stars in the dark night, like the neurons with synapses in the brain, and hearts in the mind of mothers and mentors, we all should be connected to each other to make the new world. The problem like COVID-19 is surely the highway to reach the world of Connectome, I believe. Let us say all together, I am my Connectome. Thank you so much. Maybe I give you photo last time. Huh? This shows some image of Connectome. That's why I took. Yeah, you see? You can see this is the very famous painting by Michelangelo in Italy. I think it was made during the 17th century. I visited Rome and I saw the painting by my own eyes. It was very impressive. You see the distance between the two fingers, nearly connected. The one nearly want to make the connection. The other part doesn't have any interest. Today, I am trying to give you the words Connectome. It really makes something. You know, I hope you remember this photo, got the image of Connectome, so that your life to come is full of Connectome. So your life will be changing and powerful and healthy and happy ever. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope to see you soon again. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, it was very good. Today, mostly Sir was pointing about connection. So when I think that is more important nowadays, even in the family also, and when we work in office or any time. So mostly that connection is very important. So even in the family, it's not like something, even though we stay in the family, physically we are staying, but when we connect with heart, then everything will be peaceful, especially in family also. So I remember like when I live in my in-laws family, really when my heart connected, everything was peaceful for me. So I could understand like importance of connection, how it is more important in everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your reply. Actually, it's a very short time to speak about everything, but I was very lucky to give a small bit of my thinking, and I am very happy to share this lecture with you. Thank you for your comment. Me, myself, I am finding every day I lack many things in my family, as a husband, as a father. Before, I thought I was good, and maybe I am giving me as some figure like a 70% is good or something like that. But when I start to understand this world of art, I come to realize really I am wrong, and my thought was wrong, and I misunderstood many things in the family, and also I neglect in many ways the real talking with our family member. I'm finding even these days. So whenever I found I am wrong, I become happier. I become happier, and I can have the ear to listen. That was so wonderful. Huh? Actually, I want to share this kind of mindset or heart through all of the people in the world, all the people in the world. Thank you for your kind reply. Timid and very negative thinking, and a very shy guy. And also, I was afraid of many things, the new and burdensome. I really wanted to avoid. You know, one story. When I was before the elementary school, I had one chance to talk with our neighbor a long time, and I come back to home. At that time, there's no lights, only dark, very cloud sky. So I had a torch with made of pine tree, and I came back to my home. On the but when I saw on the roof of my home, my house, and there was a tiger on top of the house. I was really shocked. I called my mother. And then up to the floor of our house, maybe within a second or something. And everybody's surprised, and I came out, check whether there is a real tiger on top of our house. And they concluded it was a crescent moon. And back of my house, there is a bamboo trees. And the bamboo tree is swaying around because the wind. And the moon in between shining a little bit, and it looks like moving. And I regarded that as eyes of the tiger. I was so surprised. You know, I cannot forget this happening. And ever since then, I found myself really misunderstanding things many times. You know, during all my life, I worked hard. Sometimes I was in the grief because my father passed away so early. I have a lot of difficulties, but also I have a lot of fear, and I'm timid and very negative person. But with all these weak points and vulnerability, open to the new changes all the time, new opportunities and new people. That makes me into finally to the mentor I met after the death sentence of myself. You know, I cannot tell all this story in one place, in one time, but I clearly understood that the weak points in our hearts, in our circumstances, and the vulnerability in our nature, it brings you to a new world. It's the door. While you try to overcome, you will see your new image. When we start this the lecture, there is a short video clip that you are more beautiful than you think. You have many things inside you. The only thing is all of them is covered with the vulnerability and timid and your fear, your different thought. If you just uncover this, then you will see new being inside you. I hope everybody will find this new world through these kind of lectures and opportunities and activities, especially with those people in your area who is reading this kind of a gathering. I strongly believe they lead me actually. So you are all the people here, you are very lucky to have Connectome with these people. Then you will hear many different things. You will start to uncover your vulnerability, and you will find your new being inside you, which is surprisingly strong and very powerful, very happy. I hope you will enjoy this way of life together with the people, good people, who is already existing nearby you. Thank you. This is my short comment. Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Happy to.
sir, so much. Really, I feel very, very happy, and I feel the lecture was really deep and like, to say what to say. I mean, there are no words to say. So, but it was very, very nice, and really in the beginning, Gracious Square, the song was, I was young and foolish, and but when I, like, in old age, I'm full of tears, like that. So really, if we don't have people around us like this Connectome, so we will be full of tears in the end. But thankfully, we have people around us, even though we are young and foolish. But with the connections around us, we can be old and very happy, like that, I felt. So it was really nice. And initially, to be honest, I did not know what this connectome was. I had to Google it, and then I found out it is the link between neurons or some that kind of thing. I understood that. So I was asking Thomas sir also, what is the meaning of connectome, like that. But really, the lecture and even that the comparison between the night sky, how all the stars, the planets, and all those things are connected. So everything stays in balance because of the connection between them. So really, just like that, even that big world is also same thing is represented inside our head as, like, like a what to say, like connection between neurons and synapses, all those things. So it just represents the big world that is represented inside our, even in our small brain, like that. So it is very amazing that such small thing that is inside our head, even it can be the same kind of connection is there outside also. So, and because of that, the connection between them through some forces of like gravity or whatever that is, they are all in balance, like that. And even one small change here, it affects many other places. So we are as strong as our what to say, like however how much connections we have, we are that strong. And also the thing that our vulnerabilities and our weaknesses, that is a highway for becoming very strong, like that. So because of our connections, so I'm very happy to have you in my connectome and people like you in our connectome, with Karnataka Youth Association and all the people who are attending also. We are one, let's say we are one big connectome, like that.
Yep.
I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is the first time I heard that word. But I'm very happy. I would like to have you again, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure to get to know you. This is one of the good connector I made today. Yeah. Thank you so much.